All right, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make the buttered noodles. And it's pretty simple, but one thing I like about these butter noodles is they have a little extra flavor to them, which is some onions. And so I've got a saute pan here that I'm heating up, and it wouldn't be butter noodles without butter. So luckily we're serving it with something that's semi-healthy. And we're gonna melt this butter, and we're gonna turn that flame down just a wee bit. And we're gonna add our poultry season or ground thyme, whichever one you have, okay? And we're just gonna melt that all together. And we're not gonna add any sauce to this because because our noodles will be salted in the boiling water. And what we want to do is make sure that our onions get a little bit of caramelization on them. So now that our butter is sizzling, we're gonna go right in with our onions. And I've just sliced them really thinly, as you can see. So they'll kind of be like, almost like noodles themselves, so that when we mix them with the noodles, you don't have a whole bunch of diced onions sitting on the bottom. Got our onions in here, and now I'm just gonna toss them so everybody is coated with the butter. So we're just going to, now that everything's coated together, I'm gonna bring the heat up really high for a second to kind of get the browning started, and then I'm gonna turn it down low because I don't wanna fry the onions as much as I wanna caramelize them. But definitely wanna get the party started. And onions will release a lot of their own natural sugar. So as they cook down, they'll actually become a little sweet, which is gonna be great. But the reason why we didn't add any salt is because when you add salt to a food, salt is hygroscopic, which means it's gonna pull moisture, AKA water, out of the product and to itself, which means we would have pulled water out of these onions, and then they wouldn't brown as easily. It would take a lot longer to brown it, because then you would have to evaporate the liquid first before you got to the browning. So they're already starting to get soft, but as you can see, they're really pale right now. What you want them to be is brown. In the meantime, I've got a pot with boiling salted water in the background where I'm going to cook my noodles. Let me show you the noodles that I'm using. So I'm using egg noodles here, and these are the wide egg noodles, which are beautiful. And here's the thing, I'm gonna bring my water to a boil. It's already heating in the background. And then what I wanna do is, once it's boiling, I wanna add enough salt that the water is almost like salt water, and then I want to add my noodles in, okay? And then after those are cooked to their al dente, we'll take them out, we'll drain them, never rinse your pasta, and then we're gonna mix them with the onions and finish it off with a little parsley, and we're gonna serve it up, and you'll see with what. All right, so hold tight, I'm gonna get these started, and I'll show you how to put it all together in just a second. Hey guys, so now I'm gonna show you how to put the butter noodles together. I have my noodles here that I have drained, and I'm just gonna put them into a bowl. Uh-oh, I might have let them sit too long, but that's all right. That I have drained and I have cooked, and then now we're just gonna break those up a little bit. Ooh, flying all over the place. And I'm gonna put a little extra virgin olive oil on here, but not a ton, because we've already got some butter and some fat from the onions, okay? But we've got our noodles here, oops. And now I've got our caramelized onions here that look amazing. So we're just gonna add those right in, okay? And we're just gonna mix this all together. So this is not your traditional just butter noodles for the sake of being butter, but it's got the caramelized onions in there with the poultry seasoning and all of that wonderfulness. Can you see that? So we're just gonna mix, oh, it smells so good. Just gonna mix all those noodles together. And then I've got some fresh flat leaf parsley that I've chopped up. That's just gonna go right in there just like that. And we're gonna plate this up with the turkey scallopini, and then I'll show you the finished result. But in the meantime, look at these beautiful buttered noodles with the caramelized onion. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Looks so good. And I want all of that parsley in there. And then we're gonna serve this with a little bit of wedge of lemon, just because, right? Just to break up some of that sweetness from the caramelized onions. All right.